Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Paul Mihalowicz, your guide to unlocking the unique charm and potential of real estate in Southeast Michigan. I have lived in the country for the past 6 years, and me and my family just love it. So all this information that I'm going to be talking about in this video is from my personal experiences moving out to the country. Today, we're venturing out beyond the bustling suburbs and into the serene, expansive world of rural properties. If you ever dreamed of owning land, a working farm, or a home with lots of acreage, this video is for you. There's a special kind of peace that comes from rural living. It's the quiet mornings, fresh air, the open skies, and the connection to nature. It's about creating a sanctuary, a place where you can truly breathe, grow your own food, have your own animals, have your own chickens, and fresh farm eggs every day, or simply enjoy the freedom of wide open spaces. Oh, and don't forget about seeing the stars in the evenings. You won't get that in the suburbs. I understand that you're yearning for a place where you can escape the noise and cultivate a life that truly resonates with your deepest desires. This video is about helping you find that feeling, that sense of belonging to the land. For my facts-focused viewers, we're going to delve into the practical realities and the unique considerations of buying or selling rural property in Southeast Michigan. We'll cover everything from understanding zoning laws and septic systems, assessing soil quality, and evaluating the true value of acreage. We'll provide you with the essential data and insights you'll need to make an informed decision, ensuring your rural real estate venture is a sound investment. And for those of you that love a good adventure and the thrill of discovery, think of this as your ultimate guide to becoming a modern-day pioneer. I know it sounds kind of weird. We're going to explore the hidden gems of Southeast Michigan's countryside, uncover the secrets of successful rural living, and show you how exciting and rewarding it can be to carve out your own piece of paradise. Get ready to swap out those city lights for star-lit evenings and discover the endless possibilities that await you in the great outdoors. So if you're ready to embrace the rural dream, stick around. This is your comprehensive guide to land, farms, and acreage homes in Southeast Michigan. Let's get started. So what defines a rural property? It's not just about being outside the city limits. It really encompasses a diverse range of land and property types, each with its own characteristics and considerations. For many, the term rural evokes a sense of freedom, space, and a connection to land. It's about escaping the confines of urban living and finding room to breathe from all your neighbors that are so close to you. Also, to pursue your hobbies or simply enjoy the quiet. Understanding the different types of rural properties helps you visualize your dreams and really narrowing down what you're really looking for. Okay, so factually, rural properties in Southeast Michigan fall into the following categories, each governed by district zoning and land use regulations. So let's get started. So vacant land and acreage, this is undeveloped land, often ranging from a few acres to hundreds of acres. The primary considerations here is zoning. What can you build on it or do with it? Access. What kind of road frontage and easements do you have? Utilities, availability of water, sewer, gas, and electric, the necessities. And soil quality, if you're looking to farm. Zoning laws in Michigan, primarily in rural townships, can be complex and vary significantly from township to township and county to county. For example, some rural residential zones might allow for low-density housing. That, for example, is 2 to 5 acre minimum lot sizes, while agricultural zones may have stricter requirements for farming operations. Next is rural residential with acreage. These are homes situated on larger lots, typically 1 to 10 plus acres, offering more privacy and space compared to suburban homes. While these may not be active farms, they often come with outbuildings, barns, or lots of space for gardens, recreational vehicles like side-by-sides, or even a few animals. Some key considerations as well in septic systems, as municipal city water and sewer is really rare. Property boundaries and deed restrictions. Next on our list is farm properties. These are properties specifically designed for agricultural use, ranging from small hobby farms to large commercial operations. They often include significant acreage, barns, outbuildings, and really specialized infrastructure depending on the type of farm it is. Understanding Michigan's Right to Farm Act is crucial, as it protects farms from nuisance lawsuits if they adhere to generally accepted agricultural and management practices. This act is really a significant factor for anybody that's looking for a commercial farm operation. Southeast Michigan includes counties like Lapeer, Sanilac, Oakland, Wayne, Livingston, Washtenaw, and Monroe, all of which have rural areas with varying zoning ordinances. It's vital to check your specific township and county planning departments for detailed regulations on land use, building permits, and agricultural activities that you can do on this property before purchasing. You definitely don't want to find out some of this stuff after you bought the property, and you'll be very disappointed. So, whether you're dreaming of a sprawling estate for your horses, a cozy cabin surrounded by forest, or a fertile field to grow pumpkins for Halloween, knowing these distinctions is the first step to finding that perfect property. It's like choosing your adventure level, from a peaceful retreat to a full-on farming empire. So now let's talk about some of the unique buying and selling considerations that you need to know. Buying a rural property isn't the same as buying a home in the suburbs. There are several unique factors you absolutely have to understand to avoid costly surprises, to make sure what you're trying to purchase, which should align to the property's capabilities and regulations. I know that navigating complex regulations can feel daunting. It's almost like a maze, but imagine the immense relief and confidence you'll feel knowing you've done the right due diligence, that you're making an informed decision, and that your dream of rural living is actually possible. It's also about protecting your investment and ensuring your peace of mind so you can sleep at night. I'm here to demystify these complexities so you can approach your purchase with clarity and excitement. Let's dive into the critical facts and unique considerations now. Zoning and land use regulations. This is probably one of the most important things you need to know before purchasing property. Unlike urban areas with standardized zoning, rural zoning in Southeast Michigan is highly localized. So what that means, it varies from township to township, even within the different areas within the same county. So you need to verify the permitted uses. Can you build a home? Can you have livestock? Can you have those chickens you guys always wanted? Is commercial farming allowed? What about subdividing that land in the future? Many rural residential zones have minimum lot sizes, 1, 2, 5, or 10 plus acres per home, and specific rules about agricultural activities, outbuildings, and home-based businesses. Another one is setbacks. How far must structures be from the property line, roads, and bodies of water if you hopefully find something with a lake or a pond? Then there's environmental regulations. Are there wetlands, floodplains, or protected natural areas on the property? Any of these things can severely restrict what you can build. Michigan's Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy, also called EGLE, regulates the wetlands, and permits are often required for any disturbances if you move anything around. Next is the Right to Farm Act. If you're buying near an existing farm, understand that the Right to Farm Act protects the farmers from nuisance lawsuits related to normal operations on a farm. This would include smells, noise, or dust. If you're next to a cow farm, you're going to get smells, so this act definitely protects those people. This is critical for managing your expectations if you're not planning to farm yourself. Next is foreign ownership. Recent legislative efforts in Michigan are targeting foreign ownership of agricultural land, particularly from certain countries. While this probably won't affect most buyers, but it's good to know. Next is well and septic systems. Most rural properties are not connected to municipal well and septic services. This means you'll likely have a private well and a septic system. So key things to ask when purchasing a property about the well. Is there an existing well? What's the depth and flow rate? Has the water been tested for contaminants like bacteria, nitrates, and arsenics? Michigan has specific regulations when drilling a well, including a minimum of 50-foot distance from your septic system. Next is the septic system. Does the property have an existing septic system? What is the age? What's the size? What's the condition? When was it last pumped? Has it been regularly maintained? Does the seller have receipts? A septic inspection is really critical because this can cost you tens of thousands of dollars if if it's not functioning correctly. If you're building a new house, you'll need to have a perk test. This test determines if the soil can support a septic system. Michigan is the only state with a uniform statewide sanitary code, so regulations are handled by the local health departments at each county, which can vary within the state. Some counties like Washtenaw and Macomb require septic inspections before a transfer of the property, and usually title companies take care of that and make sure that's been done. Next is access and utilities. You really don't want to take these for granted. You want to verify, does the property have direct frontage on a public road? If not, is there a legally recorded easement to get access to the property? A landlocked property could be a problem because you won't be able to use it and get to it. Utilities, is there electricity available at the property line? What about internet service? High-speed internet can really be a challenge in the country. You either have to use satellite or different types of mobile hotspots. We've been through it. There are solutions for it, and it does work. This could be a factor for you if your job requires work from home and high-speed internet access. So next is soil and topography. The land itself is a major factor. So let's consider soil quality. If you plan to farm or garden, soil testing is essential to understand its composition and how fertile it is, if you'll be able to grow anything there. Topography, is the land flat, rolling, or steep? All this will affect drainage, building sites, and potential land uses. Low-lying areas may be prone to flooding, which would be a big problem with septic systems and building a home. So we went through a lot of very specific things, but think of this as being a rural detective. You're uncovering all the secrets of the land, making sure it'll work for your dreams and what your expectations are. It's kind of like a real-life treasure hunt, where every piece of information you gather brings you closer and closer to what your dreams may be. So what are some of the allures of rural living? Really some of the benefits beyond just all this acreage. Beyond all the practical things and regulations, there's really a large appeal that draws people to the rural communities in Southeast Michigan. It's really about the lifestyle, the community, and the intangible benefits that will really make your life better. Imagine waking up with the sound of birds, not traffic or honking. Picture evenings spent under the stars, far from those city lights. Think of the joy of watching your kids and grandkids playing out in nature. The satisfaction of growing your own food or having your own chickens and eggs, or simply the pleasure of quiet. Rural living really offers a sense of peace, privacy, and the connection to nature. It's really about finding a place where you can truly unwind and recharge. It isn't just the property. It's a place for your dreams. It's a place where memories are made. While the emotional benefits are powerful, there are some tangible facts that highlight the advantages of rural properties. Privacy and space. Rural properties, you're gonna get farther away from your neighbors or not even see your neighbors. You're also gonna have lower population density, fewer people per square mile. In rural areas often have less traffic, but it's gonna take you 10 minutes to get to the store. Also, Southeast Michigan has a lot of natural parks and nature preserves. So there's a lot of opportunity for hiking, fishing, hunting, gardening, or watching the animals right outside your door. We usually have a herd of deer at our front lawn every night. So let's talk about the investment potential of rural properties. So a lot of rural properties with desirable features like water frontage, mature timber, or good agricultural soil can really be a long-term strong investment. The demand for space and privacy is only growing, which will help your investment in the future. There's also a lot of community spirit out here in the country. Neighbors often know each other, and there's a lot of local events that you see your neighbors at and foster those relationships. A lot of people have a saying out here, if you want to go see your family, just go to the local grocery store. That's an interesting one. What is the buying and selling process for rural properties? If you're looking to buy a rural property or sell your acreage, the process is distinctively different than what you would do in the suburbs or in the city. You want to work with a realtor that specializes in rural properties, and even better, one that lives there every day, that knows the area. I totally understand that navigating purchasing a rural property could be really overwhelming. You might worry about something that you missed and might have a costly mistake. But imagine hiring someone that's on your side, an expert, someone that understands all the nuances and can anticipate what's going to happen and advocate for your best interests. It's about feeling supported, confident, and excited as you move through the process. My goal is to make this journey smooth and stress-free, allowing you to focus on the excitement of your next adventure in the country. So let's break down some of the steps. What to expect when buying or selling a rural property. For buyers, define your purpose. Before you even start looking, clearly define your goals. Do you want to build a custom home, start a farm, or just have recreational land where you can hunt, or just simply enjoy privacy? Your purpose will dictate the type of land and zoning you'll need. You might want to also secure specialized financing or have cash. Rural properties, especially vacant land or working farms, require different financing than traditional properties. Typically, a bank won't mortgage more than 10 to 15 acres, but there are specialized banks that can do that. You can look into land loans, USDA loans, farm loans. There's lots of lenders I can refer you that specialize in this kind of stuff. Another one is due diligence. It's super, super important. This is where help of an experienced realtor is really going to benefit you. So going beyond the standard home inspection, you'll need a boundary survey. It's really critical for large parcels to confirm the exact property lines, easements, and potential encroachments. Soil testing. This is really essential if you plan to farm or put in a new septic system. Well and septic inspections are important too. Just thoroughly testing these systems and make sure they comply with the local health department rules. And the water testing. And then there's environmental assessments too. Identify potential wetlands, floodplains, and contamination that could be on the property. There's also zoning and permitting reviews. You're going to want to verify with the local township or city building department that you can do or not do what you want on the particular parcel. This includes understanding minimum lot sizes for building, agricultural restrictions, and also any future developments going in the area. That could be something important too. Understanding access. Is there a legal recorded access to the property? If it's an easement, understanding the terms and maintenance and responsibility of who's supposed to take care of that easement or road. Next is water rights. In Michigan, water rights are usually tied to riparian ownership. What that means is land bordering a water body. Understand any specific water rights or restrictions associated with the property. Rural properties usually sell because of their unique features. You want to emphasize things like how much of the land is tillable, how much is wooded, is the field tiled already, which means it has drainage put in already. You're going to want professional photography and for sure drone footage. You also want to gather documentation, specifically about the well and the septic systems, surveys, soil tests, zoning information, and any past permits that you might have pulled for improvements. Transparency with the buyer really builds confidence and gets your property sold for top dollar. And next is understanding your buyer pool. Rural buyers are usually looking for a specific use. So your marketing strategy should really be to those target markets. It should be, for example, to hunters, farmers, horse people, homesteaders, or developers. Next is pricing strategy. Usually pricing rural land is a little bit complex compared to property in the suburbs. It's not always just about square footage. Factors like soil quality, value of the timber, water features, access, and maybe some future development opportunities or land splitting. So a specialized real estate agent will prepare a CMA with all these unique factors. Next is how do you prepare for showings? Usually in rural properties, you want the agent there. In my experience, some of the larger properties with Acreage, they have a side-by-side, which is a small four-wheeler where you can take the buyers around and show the property. It's also critical that an agent is present because there's a lot of unique features on those rural properties that a buyer or a buyer's agent might not know about. Also, it's a good idea to have the well and septic inspections information available to the buyer to review in addition to a survey or plans of the house. So there you have it, your comprehensive guide to buying and selling rural properties in Southeast Michigan. We've covered what defines a rural land, the unique considerations you need to be aware of, the incredible benefits of rural living, and how to navigate the buying and selling process. So let's not forget, this is a fun adventure. From exploring vast properties to uncovering all these hidden gems, the process of acquiring and selling rural property can be a lot of fun. It's a chance for you to embrace a new lifestyle, pursue your passions, and really create a legacy for your family. Get ready to swap the hustle and bustle for the peace and quiet. So if you're ready to explore the possibilities of rural properties in Southeast Michigan, or if you have any questions about a specific piece of property or farm, please don't hesitate to reach out. My contact is in the description below. I'm here to be your guide, your advocate, and your partner in making your rural real estate dreams come true. Don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more real estate insights about Southeast Michigan. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.